time in Poland. First ranking action in this country. And kind of a muted reception from the crowd. I think we can expect it to get livelier over the course of the next 3 days. This is proper darts. And we have got months and months of it to come. Bratislava, a new place added, and Slovakia to the European Tour this year. But this is the first big stage action for Cameron Menzies since his ignominious defeat at the World Championship at the hands of Charlie Manby. Ritchie Edhouse, of course, a former European champion who did not do enough to get to the European Championship last year to try and defend his title. Both players looking to bounce back from disappointments. Alongside me for the opening game of this afternoon, Paul Nicholson. Feels kind of big time this, doesn't it?
What a great first game this is to start this new Euro Tour season. Licensed to get excited, and for everybody around the world watching this, permission granted to get excited. Hasn't started too badly.
136.
Well, that is the first dart that does not find the intended target.
Hasn't been a great season so far for Cammy. Only won one game
59
on the floor. That was against James Hurrell. Since then, 4 consecutive defeats. So, big stage action away from the floor. Maybe this is where he can get his season moving a little bit.
40.
Fabulous start to the European Tour with a new scoreboard not working after one dart. Well done, everybody. Cameron Menzies is working. Oh, look at this.
80.
Well, Ritchie Edhouse has got a bit of a new look this year. He's gone double sleeve. So now it's believe in the sleeves,
82.
but believe in the fact that Menzies is off to a flyer, potentially.
.42.
That'll do. Looks like he's got time. Yeah, quite interesting. The double sleeve is an odd one. Who knows? That might be a whole body sleeve. We don't know. We can't know.
I think he's been watching Paul Lim instructional videos.
Can you require 40? Games on the first leg.
Well, that is a very solid opening leg for Cameron Menzies. Look, we all saw what happened at the World Championship. Cameron did some serious damage to his throwing hand when he had a real go at the water table in frustration, having let slip the game against Charlie Manby. Now, that required surgery. He had pretty serious stuff as well. He's actually lost a bit of feeling in his fingers. Now, mercifully, it's not the bit where he's gripping the dart, so it doesn't appear to be having, but he's had a very lucky escape there, Cameron Menzies, because it could have been even worse.
However, any change in the portion of your career where you've been playing your best darts, that's not good. 2 consecutive seasons with a victory, and now he starts 2026 with a very different outlook and different feels.
Well, it was a very good year for Cameron Menzies last year. Not to be overlooked. Picked up a title on the floor, won through to a couple of Euro Tour quarterfinals. Very consistent performer.
57. Ritchie require 134.
Now it's about maintenance for the Scot. Stay where he is in the rankings. People like Edhouse, he will feel like he should be at this stage of his career.
Can you require 170?
This would be some way to get a 2-0 lead. That's worked out okay. Edhouse under pressure in this second leg.
He goes for the 20 segment. Wow, he's just got it. And he's not really close to that. Dodgy dart at the 20s, and maybe it was still in his mind when he threw at the ball. And that's a beauty.
60.
That's a big chance
Ritchie
missed.
require 42.
Couldn't have asked for a much better marker on that double 12. Double 16 for Edhouse.
Games on the second leg, Ritchie Edhouse.
An interesting case, isn't it, Edhouse? You mentioned that. case where he didn't get to Dortmund to defend his title. He was number 34 in the list of 32 qualifiers.
139.
But he was only the second person in PDC history not to have qualified for the defence of a major.
Behind.
Oh, yeah. That's why I know. Because I've been sitting on that sofa for 15 years. Now I've got some company.
55.
But it's not good, but it can serve as a motivational tool. I'll get back there in October, and let's face it, for his rankings, he's going to need to.
True, because that money is going to come off his ranking. He's only sort of clinging on to his spot in the top 32 at the moment. However, this year has started encouragingly for Ritchie Edhouse in terms of the standard. There are signs that he could get back to doing what he was doing 2 years ago, where he suddenly turned into a real threat for things. And the Euro Tour was a big part of that for Madhouse. Done it once, you can do it again.
96.
He can also be motivated by Rob Cross, who won the European Championship well before he won his first European Tour title. So it is possible to do it
59.
the perceived wrong way around. Van Veen's done that as well.
Yeah. Well, he's going to have to come through qualifiers at the moment, and he's managed to qualify for this, obviously. He's managed to qualify for Munich as well. We've had qualifiers for the first 4 European Tour events. He was unable to get through for the other 2.
And no trouble there for Menzies. Just makes the next shot a little bit more difficult than he wanted. Edhouse is going to be in a pretty decent position now. Or is he?
82.
I thought he may have brought the bullseye in last start there. That's the plan. Well, he was going aggressive there. You would think if you're going to go on the 18s, you go double-double with somebody on a 1 treble combo. But Cameron Menzies, is he going to be punished? No, he is not.
Why are more people doing that on the 18s on 90 when their opponent's on a shot? More aggression, less assurance. And he might still lose the leg. It's got nothing to do with what he did in the previous visit. It's what he did right there that might cost him.
This to lead a game where Menzies had darts to win every leg. And he does lead Ritchie Edhouse.
Fourth leg, Ritchie to throw first.
And much to mull for the Scot. Edhouse played 3 games in qualifying, and he played pretty well back on the 11th of February, not that long ago. It's Stephen Burton, who's fresh off qualifying through Q School again to get back on the tour. Stefan Belmont, who I think is going to be a bit of a thorn in people's sides this year.
100.
And Niall Cullen from Ireland took them out to get into this tournament, and now he's focused on the main event. And they've got the gift of throwing the first darts on the tour for the year, which is an honour.
Winner of this to face James Wade, the number 11 seed here this weekend, who's already a title winner this year.
Fascinating, isn't it, Dan? Nearly 10 years since he won his last European Tour title in Hamburg 2016. I wonder if that's going to change this year.
For the last sort of 2 years, pretty much, James Wade has been playing darts good enough to win things.
167.
Menzies looking to hit back, but he might not get a chance. Bullseye for a 167 for Madhouse.
He's getting closer to the bullseye. He's gradually moving right. Let that serve as a warning, Cammy. And he does get his own back on double 12, this time with 1, and it is 2-2. It could have been so much worse.
Kept his calm there, Cameron Menzies. That was not a good dart at double 16, but the double 12 finds a mark for a 12 dart leg and a break back immediately. High quality leg of darts, that. Drags both their averages up into the 90s.
I
mentioned Edhouse's season so far. It has been steady. I think that's what he needs to do in the first 3-4 months of the season. He needs to steady the ship.
58.
We're talking about board finals and last 16s. That's the kind of form he's had in the first 4 Players' Championship events, and that's a good bounce back after losing his first game of the season against Adam Gavlas.
Yeah, there's a few players who have not been in great form or haven't shown much that have started really. Adam Gavlas is one of them, to be honest, but Ritchie Edhouse has thrown some mid-high 90s stuff. It's been encouraging. It's been better than what we've been seeing for the previous few months. And you always say you reckon it's about April time when players are fully battle ready, and so this is an opportunity this early in the year when some players are looking a bit undercooked to take advantage. Very nearly a 5th 180 there for Cameron Menzies.
You also wonder if it's going to be Littler to get the first European Tour title of the year again. It would be the 3rd year in a row if he were to win in Poland again, because he won here a couple of years ago in a World Series event. Now Menzies is going to persevere on the 60 and persevere well. Great shot.
On the 5th leg,
Of those 3 darts, the best one was the second one by far.
Yeah, it was superb. Rescued that when it looked tricky. And Cameron Menzies back into the lead. It's flip-flopped between these two. 1-0 up, 2-1 down, and then 3-2 up Cameron Menzies, and that a standout moment of the match so far.
There's been so much change in the world of darts over the last few weeks. Traditionally, this time of year where people sign with new manufacturers, they might have to go through some testing phases with equipment. You can see that Edhouse is using different flights today compared to last season. That thing you mentioned about people being in by March or April, it's form-wise, it's conference-wise, and it's also, in some cases, equipment-wise. But Menzies is not struggling in the maximum department.
Really isn't. That's 5 180s for Cameron Menzies, who are only in lead 6.
140.
Very nearly a first one for Edhouse. Oh, look at this. This is an assault. He's at 6 180s. They've come in 3 legs. Keeps going back to back or firing 2 in a leg, Cameron Menzies.
60.
And remember, because of leg 4, he could have been in all sorts of trouble. Now he might be 2 ahead. The 180s are clicking, and now the finishing is following suit. This is a brilliant performance.
12 dart break, then that excellent 118 checkout on double 19, then a superb 11 darter. This is brilliant from Cameron Menzies. And it all followed all those, getting in a mess on the 90, and then missing 3 clear darts at tops and 10s. Good stuff from Cameron Menzies on his big stage return since Ali Pali.
134.
I have a sneaky suspicion that Menzies is targeting the European Tour, not necessarily for success this year. He'd love that, but for progression. He'd like to break new ground. Never made a semi-final, and because of his Pro Tour Order of Merit ranking, getting into these events, this is probably the best opportunity he has to break new ground somewhere on this tour.
126.
Couldn't fill it out on the 54s. Poised just outside finishing range.
Ritchie walks away from that visit disappointed. This is where you don't want to max.
136.
But maximum pressure applied.
Well, he's been limited to just 4 darts at double in this game, Ritchie Edhouse, and they've come over 3 legs.
96. Cameron, you require
So the best position he could be in at this point is 3 all. What a marker that is. And he does not make use of it.
Ritchie
I wonder if he could have benefited from just stepping a little bit to the right and throwing it a bit harder to slide it down the cane.
And so 7th leg, Ritchie Edhouse.
Now this one's got some spirit. It's only the first game of the Euro Tour season. Both are going for it on a day where we've got loads of last 48 games that are tantalising.
Well, it's 4-3 Menzies. He's had the advantage, but there's 2 legs in this game where he's had 3 darts in his hand with just 40 points to clear, and he's failed on both occasions and lost the legs. it could be done. He is still averaging around 101 with 10 missed starts at double, because his scoring has just given him so many opportunities. But Edhouse is still in this game, and he might be getting better than that.
140.
This is a bit more boisterous than I thought it was going to be.
100.
That's quite boisterous as well. I think Edhouse is getting used to the fact that Menzies is hitting him with so many 180s. Can he hit back?
Well, 3 times in this game, when Cameron Menzies hit 180 in the leg, he's hit another in the same leg. So don't be surprised if he leaves 82 again here. That's not going to happen.
58. Ritchie
He's been struggling with that marker on tops and 60s. It's just been a little bit low. What do you think, Dan? This time, is he going to leave double 12 again?
98.
Certainly be attempting to. It's looking like we could have a level game here. Ritchie Edhouse, who has got better as the game has gone on, but has still been second best in the scoring for most of it. Double 10 to level the match. Yeah, gets it done. Ritchie Edhouse draws level.
You just get the feeling that was a really big dart. Thrown so positively in the top half of double 10. That is a great shot. And the previous one wasn't even a marker. A lot of people might ask, why has he got the left sleeve on? He's not throwing with it. Well, it is a bit chilly here in Krakow. It's been minus temperatures overnight, and it will continue to be so for the next few days. So it could be a warmth thing.
180.
Right, if this game continues like this, we're probably going to go to an 11th and deciding leg. And Cameron Menzies, just pick a number for the amount of 180s he could have. Oh, it's another, is it? Oh,
85.
not even close.
He'll take it. 96 with Edhouse. Not even the halfway point of the leg, not even close.
59.
This game's been like a Richter scale. So up and down. I think that's worked out well for Cammy there.
56.
Now he can get his own back on tops instead of maybe splitting 8s and leaving 4s and then cornering himself again.
Well, he left tops in the very first leg and he hit it without that much bother. But twice in this match, he has missed 3 clear darts in this position. Is he going to do it again? He is, you know.
He could have been home and hosed by now.
Can't quite put the former European champion away here, Cameron Menzies.
47. Can you require 20?
Yeah, that did not go well. This might. Pretty much the same as Edhouse in the previous leg, right in the top bins of double 10. Now, do you remember when Edhouse won the European Championship in Dortmund?
I do, yeah.
He played the very first game of the tournament, didn't he? And he played so well. He ended up being the person on the stage at the very end. He's playing the first game of this tournament. He may be the first person out of this one.
58.
Got his own chant.
Oh, they've chanted Ritchie Edhouse's name. Now they're chanting Cameron Menzies' name. It's a very fair crowd that we've got here.
Never heard his first name said like that before. Cameron Menzies. Is that his Brazilian football name?
100.
Well, he's hitting the back of the net plenty of times.
Number 9 for Menzies.
Off the top of my head, Dan, I can remember Daryl Gurney getting 9 in a game. I don't remember anybody getting 10.
In a best of 11, I think...
93.
Yeah, 9 or 10 might be the record. Michael Smith managed to hit 9 and lose best of 11 games somehow. But Cameron Menzies could do this. Cameron Menzies could hit more than that and lose this game. Well, that hurts.
40.
What would hurt more?
170.
Losing the game and being home by tomorrow lunchtime.
58.
He may have been given a reprieve here. 77 or better, that's his target. He's not going to get there.
57. Cam, you require 112.
To wrap it up, be our first winner here at the Poland Darts Open. Leaves tops. Oh, he's just moved across the oche, thrown it across the target and found the double five. Match start missed.
Millimeters from saving his skin. That's this sport. Only 60, and Menzies has got to take a tricky 30.
Splits it. Didn't want to go straight at the double 15. Now double 8. Double 4.
22.
Match darts missed. It's 3 of them now for Menzies. Ritchie Edhouse to punish and take us the distance.
He's looking north.
30.
A white flag has been raised. He doesn't believe that Menzies will miss this time.
Sticks one just outside and then pins the winning double. Cameron Menzies takes it 6 legs to 4. The winning margin could have been bigger. His scoring power brought in so many chances. He was not as clinical as he'd like, but Cameron Menzies makes a winning start to the European Tour this year, and it's our very first winner of the Poland Darts Open. He'll be back tomorrow to face James Wade.